Hi and welcome to my channel Saute and Sante. Today we're going to be making Persian grilled chicken kebabs. These kebabs are marinated with saffron and perfectly grilled and are so tender and juicy. Oftentimes they're served with rice or bread with grilled veggies on the side and also Persian style yogurt as well. Let's move on to the marinade. Let's get started with the ingredients. You'll need 3 pounds of chicken breast. I diced it into chunks and you want them to be similar in size so they cook evenly. 1 medium-sized onion, 3 heaping tablespoons of plain yogurt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of turmeric for color, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You will also need saffron and a mortar and pestle to grind it up. And as always, you will need salt. Let's get started. So I took a pinch of the saffron. I'm going to use a mortar and pestle to grind this up. And this herb is very fragrant, so you don't need that much. And then I have about maybe a 1/4 cup of boiling hot water. I'm gonna add the saffron into the water so that it starts developing that color. Look at that. How pretty is that? Then I'm going to add the lemon juice to this and also all of our spices, the black pepper, the garlic powder, the turmeric, and also the paprika. And I'm going to stir this up to make sure that it's all incorporated. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit just so all of that is dissolved before I start putting this into the chicken. So I diced up the onions off camera and I'm going to add them. I cut them up into three thirds, you could say. I'm just going to separate them into the container that has the chicken. Then we can go ahead and add the yogurt. And now we can add the olive oil as well. And our mixture. So I'm just gonna mix it again. There we go. And also our salt. And this is to taste, so it depends on how salty you like it. When working with chicken, I like to use gloves to mix everything together. So now I'm going to incorporate everything together. After you're done mixing, you're going to put a lid on this, and the longer you let it marinate, the better it's going to taste, the more it's going to tenderize, because this yogurt will tenderize the chicken. So I like to keep it refrigerated, marinating for at least 24 hours, but you can also keep it in for a couple hours if you can't wait that long. So I left the chicken to marinate overnight, and as you can see, look at the color, and you could totally smell the chicken now, and it's like super soft. Now what we're going to do is we want to skewer the chicken. I'm using these stainless steel metal skewers for kebab. You want to leave a couple inches on the top and then also a couple, actually more than a couple inches on the bottom, but it really just depends on the size of your grill. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that they're, again, even in size, and put them onto the skewer like so. You want to puncture it in between, and then there you go. So that way it's kind of midway, and now you can kind of pull it all the way down, and then again midway. There you go, out from the other end. Leave some room in between so they have room to cook. There you go. Make sure, be careful you don't puncture your finger. There we go. like so. So I fit about 6 on this. I think I can add one more. I'm going to continue to do the rest of these, and then you'll see the final product. So I was able to get 5 skewers out of this. Let's get to barbecuing. Okay, so now it's time to get these onto the barbecue. And then we're gonna close the lid. And now we can again close the lid and wait a couple more minutes and check in between and make sure that everything is cooking properly. And of course, when barbecuing, you always want to have a drink. I'm drinking scotch today, so Sante. So after about 5 minutes on each side, we've achieved some char marks, and the chicken seems like it's fully cooked through. I'd recommend cutting it and making sure. But again, it really just depends on how strong your grill is. Now what we like to do, and what Persians and Armenians like to do, is they like to put some lavash bread on the bottom of the container, and then also take a piece of lavash bread to take the chicken off the skewer. Okay, what you're supposed to do is first push it from the very top, kind of so that it goes in, and then on the very bottom, you could push the chicken straight through, and you see how it comes straight out? Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. So there you go, there's the chicken, and we normally like to put more lavash on top to keep it warm. But in this case, we want to also squeeze a little bit of lime over the chicken, or lemon or lime. I like to use lemon. And then I have 2 tablespoons of butter melted here, and I like to just dab on some butter on each piece. And this keeps it moist and adds a lot of flavor. And now to plate the dish, let's add a piece of lavash onto the plate. Add a couple pieces of these chicken. There we go. Then we can add a lemon wedge on the side, and that pretty much does it. That's my take on Persian style chicken kebab. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share your comments down below. And as always, remember, be happy, laugh often, saute and Sante. See you next time.